here today with a video that so many of you have requested, and I want to talk to you a little bit about weight gain during the holiday season. Now, it's something that kind of is unavoidable, but it is something that you can control to a point. And I wanted to start off by saying that don't try and lose weight during the holiday season, because it's just pointless and you'll be ruining your fun, and maintaining your weight is good enough. So just aim to be maintaining your weight during the holiday season and you'll be fine. And you know, that's what New Year's resolutions are for. You can aim to lose weight later, but you're just setting yourself up for failure, because you'll be surrounded by temptation during this time of year, and you do deserve to indulge a little bit. So I'm going to start off with my first tip, and I've got all my tips written down here for you because I wanted to make this very organised. But my first tip is to avoid the Christmas drink downfall. Now, a lot of people tend to drink a lot of alcohol during Christmas time, and a small glass of wine can be around 100 calories for a small glass. A larger glass is more like 200 calories. Then we tend to drink things like mulled wine, champagne. We tend to kind of drink hot drinks a lot more. So kind of have fancy coffees and fancy hot chocolates and just things that you wouldn't really indulge on a regular basis. And that's something that you want to try and keep to a minimum. Now, I think you can sort of pick a couple of times a week, pick the drinks that you're going to indulge in and try and stick to that. And in between, just drink heaps and heaps of water. Keep yourself hydrated and try and stay away from the bad things. So stay away from the kind of caffeinated drinks and the sugary drinks and that kind of thing, and just really drink water. And then if you're going out, or you know you're going to be doing something, or you'll be going Christmas shopping and you know you'll want to stop for a coffee, then you can indulge in the kind of sugary gingerbread latte and things like that. Or if you're going out and you know you want to have a couple of glasses of champagne, do that, but be aware of what you're drinking. Don't just sort of think, oh, it's Christmas, whatever, and just drink loads, because it really adds up. And it's just a shame to gain weight over something that you're drinking, I feel. I'd rather have gained weight for something that I ate rather than something that I drank. So really try and monitor that. Pick 2 or 3 days in which you're going to drink kind of different drinks apart from water, and just stick to that. It makes it really easy. Then the next tip is to still try and work out when you can. Now, I know that it's very hard to work out around this time of year because we're all super busy, and also when it's very cold, I just don't feel motivated to work out. I don't really want to work out, and I just kind of feel like I can't be bothered. And that's something that I find a lot of people can struggle with, because it's cold and it just makes you kind of feel a bit lethargic. But try and squeeze in workouts where you can. Keep doing it. You don't have to kind of vow to work out 5 days a week, you know, an hour every day. Just fit it in where you can, because even a small bit of exercise is better than nothing. I've been trying to fit it in where I can. I haven't been doing anywhere near as much as I like, but still doing a little bit of something is going to burn off something. Think of it like that, you know, like when we talk about the kind of bank balance in calories, what you're taking in versus what you're taking out, it'll help to balance that out. So really do try, and even if you're just doing like 20 minutes here and there, it will count for something. The next tip is, as I said at the beginning of the video, trying to lose weight is just a big no-no for me around this time of year, because it just never works. You're surrounded by temptation. You're always given yummy treats and parties and that kind of thing. And don't just set yourself up to fail, and then you'll beat yourself up about it and you'll feel even worse. Really try and just concentrate on maintaining your weight, still having a nice time, but not going overboard. Then the next thing is to avoid buying the temptation months in advance. Now, there are two things to this. I sometimes, if there's been a really good offer, will buy things that I wouldn't normally buy. So things like a lot of chocolate and snacks and that kind of thing. And I'll put them all in a cupboard that I don't really go in. So I have a cupboard where I store like my blender and the popcorn maker and things that I don't really use very often. So I'll tie it all in a bag and put it at the back of that cupboard, and then what happens is I forget it's there, and I won't kind of go ahead and help myself. But if you've bought yourself a tub of Heroes, for example, and you leave it out, it's going to be there winking at you. The kind of pretty shiny papers are going to be just calling your name, and you're going to want to go in and grab one. And then the 1 turns to 2, and the 2 turns to 5, and then the 5 kind of escalates from there, and before you notice, you've eaten about 15 and you're only meant to have 1. So don't keep it where you can see it, and really try and just not buy it until a couple of days before Christmas. But I know that kind of most places do great deals and that kind of thing, and it's hard to say no. So if you do buy it, hide it from yourself. I know it sounds ridiculous because I know where they are, but it's just kind of out of mind, and then I won't go and keep helping myself, and I don't have to worry about it. I've already bought them, I've done it, and they're there for when I need them. It really works. Try that. Then the next thing is to still keep up your healthy habits. So just because you know that it's kind of time to have fun and to let loose a little bit, that doesn't mean that you should skip doing your healthy habits. So I still always make sure I have a healthy breakfast. I still always will have something like Weetabix and fruit or all brown or something like that for breakfast. I still always do the hot water with lemon first thing in the morning, and things like that really do help, you know, keeping up your water intake. Don't just ditch all healthy habits because you know that it's fun time and that you can kind of just let loose, because it will come back to bite you. And you know, don't start having a bacon sandwich every morning just because it's Christmas. You can do that, you know, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, that's legit, but don't do it all the time and still keep up your healthy habits, because why would you just kind of throw them away for a couple of days when you could still be kind of being healthy but still having fun? It is a kind of better way to do it. Then the last tip is, on days where you're not super busy and you know that you're not going out and you know that you haven't got loads of things planned, try and just eat a little bit less. So let's say on an average day you'd have cereal for breakfast, maybe a salad or a sandwich or some soup or something for lunch, and then a regular dinner, a couple of snacks in between. Try and just cut back a little bit and try and just limit your calories by maybe like 200 to 300 calories less than you would normally, because you'll kind of be balancing it back out again. And I know some people like to kind of do, I think it's the 5-2 diet. That's not what I'm talking about at all. I just basically mean that you can just monitor what you're doing. So let's say yesterday I ate loads because I went out. Today I'll just kind of limit what I've eaten a little bit, and then it'll balance out what I did yesterday. It's really a game of balancing what you're doing, and it becomes very easy. So those are my top tips for kind of avoiding weight gain during the holidays. And then last but not least, I was contacted by a company that offered me to just give them a little shout out at the end of my regular video. Now I will go ahead and say they are sponsoring this video, but this is a video that I was doing anyway, and that, you know, I mentioned on Facebook a couple of days ago, and it was one of my regular videos, but they wanted me to just mention this at the end of the video. And it's something that I had heard about from a subscriber of mine who, when I talked about ways of making money online, she actually told me about this company, and then I didn't twig that it was the same company that she was talking about. But the company that I'm talking about is called Opinion Outpost, and it's basically an online kind of surveys company, where what you can do is you go online, you sign up, it's completely free, and then you take different surveys, and as soon as you take a survey, you're entered into kind of a draw prize where you could win $10,000, but also you get rewarded for your surveys. So it'll kind of decide, let's say you've got small children and you'll take surveys about child related things, then it'll kind of see what you match and send you surveys to match that type of thing, and then it will reward you. So the rewards can be Amazon cards, gift cards, iTunes cards, that kind of thing. And it's kind of a nice community to join, because you'll be taking surveys and then you'll kind of get rewarded. And I'm a bit of a sucker for a survey. I don't know what it is, but I just like taking them, and whenever I've completed one I feel this huge sense of achievement, like my opinions have really helped someone. But basically you earn money for your opinions, which is really fantastic. So I will link all the information for that down in the down bar for you if you want to go and have a look at that. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a couple more kind of Christmassy related videos that I wanted to get done, but I've done pretty well with how much I've gotten filmed. I think I filmed something like 24 videos this week. And I've got them all edited and scheduled and uploaded, apart from what I filmed today. So I've done pretty good. I'm very pleased with myself. But yeah, a lot of people are talking about this, and I want to know what your tips for avoiding weight gain during the holidays are. And are you one of those people that can lose weight during the holidays? If you are, then definitely let me know, because there is no way that I could ever do that during the holidays. I tend to gain a little bit of weight and then I kind of lose it, and that's fine, or I'll just stay the same, but losing weight never happens to me. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said, let me know down below any comments and any kind of tips and tricks you've got and that kind of thing. And what's your worst Christmas habit? Mine's definitely kind of overindulging on chocolate. It's not something I do kind of regularly, but it's when it's lying around everywhere at other people's houses, like my mum's house, I just end up eating it all day long. But I'm gonna go now because I'm just kind of randomly babbling on at you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you did, and I will see you next time. Bye.